Hi everyone. Today we would like to share our product Roommate, which is basically a smart and more friendly way to carpool. And we are trying to connect people who need rides with people who drive and make sure the same rules with others. And here's our team. And this is everything we will talk about today. So let's start with the problem and context. I will explain why commuting is still an issue for some people. So if we look at the statistics on the right of how people commute in the US, we can find most people drive alone. Obviously, it's fast and flexible. But at the same time, it's very expensive since you have to pay for gas, parking, and insurance, all that kind of costs by yourself. And second, there are also some people using transportation. It's definitely cheaper, but it can take a long time. Like you may need to wait for the buses and trains, deal with delays, and need several transfers. And lastly, there are also ride-hailing services like Uber and Lyft. They are quick but cost a lot as well, especially if you need to use them every day. Next, I will talk about the value proposition, explaining why roommate is a better choice than others. For passengers, is cheaper than Uber and faster than public transportation. And for drivers, they can earn extra money while they don't have to go out of their way or work as a full-time driver. They can also use carpooling, which can save their time in busy traffic as well. And for the community, it has positive impacts for reducing traffic and pollution.
Okay, let's talk about the user story. Roadmate focuses on two core user groups, commuters and commuter drivers, where commuter drivers are also work partners. The typical types of commuter include college students, working professionals, etc., while commuter drivers include those who own a private car, had a fixed daily commute route, those who are willing to make slight adjustments to their commute, and those who want to gain extra benefits from their existing commute routes. Both groups face real everyday pain points. For commuters, public transportation is affordable but slow and inflexible. Many arrive late or spend a long time waiting. On the other hand, ride-hailing services like Uber or Lyft are fast, but the cost adds on quickly for students and young professionals. As shown in our slides, commuters consistently reported challenges such as time consumption, limited comfort, low flexibility, and the lack of trust or predictability in existing carpool options. What they really need is simple: a reliable, cheaper, and safe way to get from point A to point B. For commuter drivers, the story is different but equally important. Their biggest concerns are time uncertainty, safety, and insufficient incentives. Drivers do not want to detours, delays, or complicated coordination. What they want is a way to keep their normal route, maintain a predictable schedule, and still benefit, whether through fuel cost steering or HOV line time savings. These insights lead directly into our user stories. As a commuter, I want to find drivers whose route overlaps with mine so that I can travel reliably and cheaply. And as a driver, I want to publish my daily commute so I can earn cost sharing without making detours. Now, let me move to the analysis section. When we examine the competitive landscape, we notice a clear opportunity gap. Existing solutions, ride-hailing, public transit, or informal carpools, do not optimize route overlap, do not prioritize predictability, and often fail to provide trust mechanisms. Our competitive analysis shows that RouteMate differentiates itself through three strengths. First, our route-based matching engine reduces detours and improves matching efficiency. Second, we emphasize safety and trust through verification, ratings, and transparent profiles. Third, our model is asset-light and highly scalable because we simply match empty seats with real demand.
Let's go through the PRD portion of our RoadMate project. RoadMate is a two-sided marketplace for road-based carpooling, meaning it does not create new trips. It matches passengers onto trips drivers already intend to take. On the left is customer A, passengers. We focus on commuters like college students, office workers, and generally cost-conscious riders who want a predictable alternative to informal coordination. On the right is customer B, drivers. These are people who already have fixed routes, are willing to take small detours, and want to offset fuel and parking costs by sharing extra seats. Here is the full interaction loop across passengers, roadmate, and drivers. Both sides begin with profile registration. In the center, roadmate runs profile verification to confirm identity and any school or workplace affiliation. Next, drivers publish their usual routes and schedules. These route offerings feed directly into the matching engine. When a passenger submits a trip request, entering origin destination time window, the matching engine uses drivers' published routes, detour tolerance, and timing compatibility to compute possible matches. Once the passenger selects a match, the booking state machine creates a booking and sends it to the driver for review. On the right, the driver can accept or decline. If they accept, the booking state machine promotes the trip to confirm for both sides. Before the ride, the passenger goes through the payment step. Roadmate's payment system authorizes the charge, and after trip execution, it captures the payment and routes earnings to the driver. During the trip, the platform's trip monitoring supports navigation, live status, and any mid-trip updates. Both sides finish with post-ride feedback, and Roadmate's analytics logging records searches, matches, cancellations, completions, and ratings to improve future matching and reliability. Finally, these are the core features that make the interaction loop work, each tied directly to a block in the roadmate system. First, the basic safety and trust layer, which connects to profile verification. This covers school or work email verification, ID checks, ratings, and profile transparency. Second and third, the road-based matching engine and driver-friendly road publishing, both tied to the matching engine. Drivers publish roads with seats and detour tolerance, and the system computes overlap, evaluates timing, and ranks the best matches. Fourth, communication and coordination tools, which map to the booking state machine. This handles requests, accept or decline, messaging, pickup details, and trip status. Fifth, transparent pricing and cost splitting, linked to the payment system, showing upfront estimates and settling payments automatically after completion.
Now let's move on to our MVP section. Our goal here is really simple. We just want to see whether drivers and passengers are actually willing to share a ride when their roads overlap. We are not trying to test features. We are mainly testing people's willingness, trust, and basic decision behavior. Our MVP is just a lightweight Figma prototype. The match is manual in the background, so it's cheap and fast for us to iterate. It only includes the essentials. You enter a road, see a suggested match, check basic safety info, see the estimate cost or earning, and then confirm or decline. And the key leap of faith assumptions are pretty straightforward. People accept sharing rides, drivers are willing to publish their routes, basic verification helps reduce hesitation, the simple flow is easy to follow, and price savings or small earnings actually matter. These are three core MVP screens. On the left is the home screen where users switch between passengers and driver, since a lot of people might play both roles depend on the day. In the middle is the find the right flow, start point, destination, time window, plus a simple cost estimate. And on the right is the suggested match. This is the key decision moment. You see a verified driver, a short road summary, and your share of the cost. So with just three screens, we can already observe trust, clarity, and willingness. And then let's move on to the business model. Roadmate is a two-sided marketplace. Driver with spare seats on one side and passengers who need a ride on the other. Roadmate does not own or dispatch any vehicles. Roadmate creates value by matching overlap roads, providing basic trust and verification, and helping with scheduling and payments. And we only make money when both sides actually complete a shared ride. Our main revenue stream is a commission on each shared ride. The platform keeps about 20 to 30% of the fare, which is similar to other ride-hailing models. We also have a few option value-added services, things like priority matching, filters for fully verified users, and a weekly recurring commuter plans for people who carpool on a regular basis. For the go-to-market, we start at universities and company towns where people naturally take similar roads. We start by getting driver first through student groups and workplace commute groups with small early incentives. Passengers join because share ride prices are about 30 to 40% cheaper than Uber or Lyft. And our main channels are universities and employer transportation programs, plus referrals from classmates or coworkers. And early visible also comes from simple things like campus newsletter or internal company emails.
Alright, so we have talked about the mechanics and the benefits of our app RouteMate. While this seems a great idea, but we have to acknowledge the risk associated and the mitigation strategies. First of all, safety and liability. Even though major incidents that happened previously in Uber and Lyft are rare, one single highly publicized case in a workforce can damage trust. So if regulators put us in the same category as Uber and Lyft, we could face like a 1 million per trip liability. So starting from day one, we need strong safeguards such as identity verifications, insurance readiness, and clear safety features. Because carpooling only works if people feel safe riding with strangers. Secondly, data privacy. To match routes, we are literally handling very sensitive information such as user homes and work locations. A breach like Uber, 57 million accounts exposed, would be very, very devastating for a student community. So since day one, we have to minimize our data storage and build privacy into the product from the start by enabling data encryption. Thirdly, IP and patents. Route-based matching and payments are heavily patented. We are already seeing lawsuits like Karma versus Uber in 2025. We'll need early legal review and be ready to adjust algorithms when needed. So in conclusion, what do we have to prove first before our product launches? 3 things. First of all, we have to prove that people are willing to adopt route-based carpooling only when it's simple, safe enough, and clearly cheaper. Secondly, we have to achieve matching liquidity even in a small pilot community. Last but not least, we have to show that RouteMate can operate as a low-cost, low-risk platform while addressing safety, privacy, and IP concerns upfront. At the end of the day, if we can validate these concerns quickly, our team believes that RouteMate will gain trust, momentum, and become a scalable solution for everyday commuting. Thank you.